Let me say it as simply as I can. Transparency and the rule of law will be the touchstones of this presidency.
Our bill brings down rates. I don't know if you have seen Jonathan Gruber of MIT's analysis.
Most people think he's one of the best outside experts, Mr. Gruber of MIT. He's got big computer models, he takes the CBO data, and frankly, in some respect, he's helped CBO by giving some information to CBO that otherwise does not have.
Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Jonathan Gruber is one of the most respected economists in the world.
Jonathan Gruber of MIT's analysis.
MIT's John Gruber has also done a study on premiums, and what does he conclude?
The Congressional Budget Office said yesterday that the majority of American families who buy insurance in the new marketplace, what they will see is their premiums go down. They'll go down by as much as 60%. Out of 100% of the American people, 93% will have a drop in their insurance premiums. 93% will have a drop in their insurance premiums.
Those individuals who like the coverage they already have will be able to keep their current plan.
93%.
Barack's policies will provide health care cost reductions of about $2,500 for the typical family.
They reduce the price that they pay for health insurance by as much as $2,500 to $7,500.
The OMB director stated before the House Budget Committee that the individual mandate penalty is not a tax. President Obama has publicly stated that it is not a tax. Yet your legal briefs in the Supreme Court case in writing have submitted on your behalf, because you're a named defendant in that proceeding, the practical operation of the minimum coverage provision is as a tax law. Do you agree with your attorney's assertion to the Supreme Court that it is a tax provision?
I think it operates the same way a tax would operate, but it is not per se a tax.
Okay.
Our bill brings down rates. I don't know if you have seen Jonathan Gruber of MIT's analysis.
It is not per se a tax.
Okay, so it's not a tax, but it operates as a tax. That's your testimony to us.
I am not a lawyer.
Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Jonathan Gruber is one of the most respected economists in the world.
If CBO scored the mandate's taxes, the bill dies.
If CBO scored the mandate's taxes, the bill dies.
Lack of transparency is a huge political advantage.
Jonathan Gruber.
Jonathan Gruber of MIT's analysis.
I don't know who he is. He didn't help write our bill. And I don't know who he is. He didn't help write our bill. So, with all due respect,
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that Obamacare is the biggest case of consumer fraud ever perpetrated in this country.
Track record of transparency. I'll make our government open and transparent. We'll do it in a transparent way. I want transparency. I want accountability. This is the most transparent administration in history.
Second Massachusetts hero rose, John Kerry. And John Kerry said, no, we're going to tax your health insurance. We're going to tax those evil insurance companies. We're going to impose a tax that if they sell health insurance that's too expensive, we're going to tax them. And conveniently, the tax rate will happen to be the marginal tax rate under the income tax code. So basically, it's the same thing. We just tax the insurance companies. They pass it on higher prices. That offsets the tax break we get. It ends up being the same thing. It's a very clever, basically exploitation of the lack of economic understanding of the American voter. Basically exploitation of the lack of economic understanding of the American voter. Call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever.
Nothing in this plan will require you or your employer to change the coverage of the doctor you have. Let me repeat this. Nothing in our plan requires you to change what you have. No matter what you've heard, if you like your doctor or health care plan, you can keep it. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. If you like your private health insurance plan, you can keep your plan. Period. By up to $2,500 per family per year. And cut the cost of a typical family's premiums by up to $2,500 per family per year. By reducing premiums, by as much as $2,500 per family.
To lower your premiums by $2,500 per family per year.
If you like your plan, you can keep your plan. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor.
To lower premiums by about $2,500 per family per year.
We can cut average family's premium by about $2,500 per year. We will lower your premiums by $2,500 per family per year.
To lower your premiums by $2,500 per family per year.
We will keep this promise to the American people. If you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor, period. If you like your health care plan, you will be able to keep your health care plan, period.
Did you mislead Americans about the taxes, about keeping your plan, in order to get the bill passed?
No, I did not. I just heard about this.
And basically,
the stupidity of the American voter or whatever.
But it may be fair, it may be good public policy.
No, but George, you can't just make up that language and decide that that's called a tax increase. Well, that's not a tax increase.
I don't think I'm making it up. Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Tax, a charge usually of money imposed by authority on persons or property for public purposes.
George, the fact that you looked up Merriam's dictionary, the definition of tax increase, indicates to me that you're stretching a little bit right now.
this bill was written in a tortured way to make sure CBO did not score the mandate as taxes. This bill was written in a tortured way to make sure CBO did not score the mandate as taxes.
The definition of tax increase indicates to me that you're stretching a little bit right now.
Call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever. Lack of transparency is a huge political advantage. Lack of transparency.
I want transparency, I want accountability.
Lack of transparency is a huge political advantage. Tortured way to make sure CBO did not score the mandate as taxes. But basically, that was really, really critical to getting the thing to pass. Really critical to getting the thing to pass. It's just, you can't do it politically. You just literally cannot do it. Okay, transparent financing, and let's have transparent financing, also transparent spending. I mean,
We'll do it in a transparent way. I want transparency, I want accountability.
This bill was written in a tortured way to make sure CBO did not score the mandate as taxes. If CBO scored the mandate as taxes, the bill dies.
We love the lie, deny the love.
If CBO scored the mandate as taxes, the bill dies. Because the American voter is too stupid to understand the difference. Because the American voter is too stupid to understand the difference.
Trying to make it real compared to what? Come on, baby.
Lack of transparency is a huge political advantage. And basically, you know,
this is the most transparent administration in history.
In terms of risk-rated subsidies, if you had a law which said healthy people are going to pay in, it made explicit that healthy people pay in and sick people get money, it would not have passed. It made explicit that healthy people pay in and sick people get money, it would not have passed. It would not have passed. It would not have passed. Okay, just like the people, transparent, and basically, you know, call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever. But basically, that was really, really critical to getting the thing to pass. And basically, you know,
this is the most transparent administration in history.
And, you know, it's the second best argument. Look, I wish Mark was right. We can make it all transparent, but I'd rather have this law than not. So it's kind of like his reporter story. You know, yeah, there's things I wish I could change, but I'd rather have this law than not.
Track record of transparency. I'll make our government open and transparent.
I believe in transparency. I believe in taking responsibility.
We'll do it in a transparent way. I want transparency, I want accountability.
Lack of transparency.
So that the American people can be involved in their own government. Let me say it as simply as I can. This too is false. The reforms I'm proposing would not apply to those who are here illegally. It's not true. And one more misunderstanding I want to clear up. Under our plan, no federal dollars will be used to fund abortions, and federal conscience laws will remain in place. Now, Let me say it as simply as I can. Transparency and the rule of law will be the touchstones of this presidency.
I believe in transparency. I believe in taking responsibility.
But basically,
this is the most transparent administration in history.
I believe in transparency. I believe in taking responsibility.
This is the most transparent administration in history.
We will keep this promise to the American people. If you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor, period. If you like your health care plan, you will be able to keep your health care plan, period. First of all, if you
and you goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. But only if you make it today. Oh, it's a nice about the big party.
I don't know who he is. He didn't help write our bill. And so, with all due respect, I don't know who he is.
What difference at this point does it make?
Trying to make it